right, well, we're gonna get started here. And maybe the dog will come, but you'll definitely get to see her. She's a super cute dog. I'm gonna have my mat today at a slight angle so that you can see my back leg while we're doing this. So we're just gonna start a nice little seated position here. And just take a few breaths and let those shoulders relax. Feel free to close your eyes. I have the sun right in front of me here, but it actually feels really, really nice. Just sort of let everything go and gently taking it ear to shoulder. And I'd like for you to just take a few moments to close your eyes, set yourself in. And you can turn those palms up while you're here and take your thumb and your index finger and touch them together. Just sort of connecting that energy. You can have your eyes open or closed and just very gently rocking your head side to side. Let's take that head straight up and just roll the shoulders back, drawing those shoulder blades down into your rib cage, rounding and dropping, taking slow, deep breaths. And as you inhale, I want you to feel that breath expand your belly and exhale. Round, drop, and exhale. Round, drop, and exhale. Placing those hands in heart center. And just closing those eyes as you inhale, feeling that belly rise and fall. Again, inhale. Exhale, let everything go. And you might hear my mom talking, and then everyone can hear you, Mom. I love you. I don't think she understands that it's actually live. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this moment to just take a slow, deep breath and bring it back in. Let's bring those arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands in heart center, pressing those palms together. Inhale, reach it up, letting everything go. Whatever your surroundings may be, I'm gonna put myself in a little bubble. Trying to ignore all those things. And then exhale and let it go. Let's take those arms, shake everything out. We're gonna start in a little tabletop today. So go ahead, I'm gonna use a blanket for my knees, but you're welcome to fold, or maybe you're on a nice comfortable carpet here, and just place those hands just underneath the shoulders. Let's round the shoulders, pull that belly button in through the back. Really draw that belly button all the way to the sky. Let your head hang heavy. Just shake out any of that tension. Holding that head still. And then let's arch the back. Take your shoulder blades, press them back. Draw your chest forward as if there's a string in your belly button, reaching forward. Open those fingertips nice and wide and press those palms in towards your knees. Take a slow, deep breath as you round your back, opening up belly button through your back. Inhale and arch. So what we're doing is just creating space in that spine. And then exhale. And today I want you to really focus on your breath here. As you move, inhaling and exhaling, try not to hold your breath, but allowing that breath to be a little bit longer. Creating that heat. One more time. Little cat, maybe that back rounds a little bit more. Exhaling and arching your back, neutral spine. And just shake everything out. So we're gonna S-shape that spine. And I want you just to open one vertebrae at a time, taking your shoulder to the ear, feeling that stretch to the side of the body. And you can just snake that head, drawing those hips opposite direction. And when you feel like you've completed both sides and you feel like you're ready to create that stillness, just neutral spine, hold it here. Good, let's open those knees nice and wide. Touch your toes together, sit back on your heels. We're gonna go into a little wide-kneed child's pose and just relax it here, extending those fingertips. Take your head and rest it on your mat, reaching those fingertips forward, lengthening your spine here. Now, if this bothers your shoulders, just bend your elbows. You can rest your head on your hand, or maybe just bend the elbows, but I'd like for you to shift your hips back. Now please listen to your body today, just staying in that child's pose, taking a slow, deep breath, allowing that blood flow as we're in a very small inversion here. So with our head below our heart, we're allowing that blood to pump into that head and circulate back in. So fresh blood through that body, creating oxygen through that brain, increasing our endorphins, and slowly bringing it up. Now keep those arms extended forward. Open those fingertips. Take your knees back towards the hips. And before we lift into our downward dog, take a check on your hands. So we want our fingers facing forward and our shoulders facing forward. So if you feel like you're rounding or your elbows are open, I want you to just watch your form for a second here. Curl your back toes. You can keep that blanket there because we're going to need it. Lift your hips up. Shift your weight back to your downward dog. Let's pedal your heels. Take a slow, deep breath. Point that tailbone up to the sky. Really create a V as we pedal those heels right and left. And just let your head hang heavy. Open those shoulder blades. Draw your chest to your thighs. And we're just creating space behind the knees and the hamstrings and hips. Hold both heels down. Shift your weight back. Now I'd like you to imagine pointing your tailbone up to the sky, shifting your weight. One more deep breath. Now this time as you exhale, give me that big lion fire breath. Look at your fingertips. Walk your feet gently towards your hands. Hold it here. Into that forward fold, just grab your elbows. And I'll go this way here just so you can kind of see. Knees are slightly bent. Allow yourself to relax. Feel that gravity lengthening that spine. Feel free to wiggle if it feels good. Now the knees are bent, so the stretch is actually through that lower back. Take a breath. Release the arms. Inhale halfway up. Now the stretch is through the hamstrings. Take your fingertips. Press them into your shins. Push your chest forward. Press your tailbone back. Lengthen from the back of the knee all the way to the up of the hips. Gently drop down, softening the knees. Hold it here. Inhale, we are going to round up. You can use those hands to stand up nice and tall. Reach those arms to the sky. Open up. Big stretch. Nice power pose right here. Just reach those arms. Make yourself big. Exhale, hands to heart center. So hopefully you are a little warmed up. We're going to start moving through a little flow. We're going to go slow. I have some blocks. So if you have blocks, even pillows, something for each side, you can use books. Anything that works for you, or you don't have to use anything at all. But they're there as a nice little tool today. Take a big breath for me, please. I want you to listen to your body today as we exhale and slowly take it to a forward fold. So let's hold that forward fold for just a moment. Inhale halfway up. And we're going to do this flow a couple times. So you notice each time we do it, you're going to feel a little bit better. Take those toes, walk them slowly back into your plank. Now your plank, remember you can drop those knees. We conveniently have that blanket there because we're going to have our knees back down again. Lift up very slowly, hold it here, and push yourself to that downward dog. Shift your weight back, open up the hips. Take a slow deep breath. We're just going to lift our right leg halfway up. So keep those hips square to your mat. Drop your left heel into the mat. Now to bring this right leg through, I want you to round your back. Look at your fingertips, belly button through the back. You can lift those wrists if you need to and swing your leg through. Drop your back knee for me, please. Now if your foot is under your knee here, you can take your leg and just slowly swing it through. All right, but we want that heel over our knee. Let's rest that back knee and rest that back foot. Here's where those blocks come in handy. Take a breath. Inhale, lift your chest up without arching your back. Draw your chest to the sky. Opening up through those hips here. Lots of our stress and tension is held in our hips, so that's what we're going to work on today. I hope you guys are doing good. Slowly release. You can move those hands. Take that foot and slowly walk your foot off to the edge into lizard pose. So we're going to gently drop that knee off to the side and place the weight right on the blade of your foot. You could be on your blocks, or you could be down on your elbows. Draw your chest forward. Imagine yourself as that lizard as you extend your chest, lengthen your spine. You can use your hands and elbows to press towards your hips. Feel that stretch right here. Now this is our first one for the morning, so you're probably feeling a little tight. Pay attention as you progress. Slowly coming on up. Walk that foot in. We're going to shift our weight back into a half splits here. So draw your chest forward and your hips back. Notice that stretch again through the back of the knee. Inhale, bring it forward. Again, lengthening. You can keep those blocks right there if you'd like. Exhale, release. We're gonna place those hands to frame your foot. Turn or curl that back foot, lift your knee. Let's take this front leg, lift it up. Single leg, down dog again. Now if you'd like, you can open your hips, look through your armpits, shift your weight back. Now make sure you don't collapse that one arm. Keep everything tight. Slowly drop that foot to down dog. Exhale, shift your weight back. Inhale, left leg lifts up, half lift, hips face your mat. Feel that stretch, drop your left heel. Look at your fingertips. Rounding the back is gonna help lift your weight over onto the toes, bring that foot forward. Remember, if you get stuck here, walk that foot forward, okay? And then let's lift that chest up. Back knee is bent. Now, if you choose to have that back leg up, you are welcome to do that. If you're gonna do that, shift your weight back towards the heel. So really lengthen that back leg. Excellent. Let's walk that foot out to our lizard. You can just move your blocks if you'd like. Take that knee off to the side and rest yourself down. Draw that chest forward. So we have our stretch through our glutes, the stretch through the hip flexors. Lengthen that spine is going to help. Slow, deep breath. Release all that tension you may be feeling. Exhale, bring it back in. Walk that foot center and shift your weight back to your half splits. Now, if you don't need your blocks and they just keep getting in your way, you don't have to use them. I'm just trying to demonstrate. Exhale, release. Open it up. Take those hands, bring them back down. Curl your back toes, lift up. Take that front leg, lift it up. Single leg down dog. Now again, we can turn those hips. Make sure you're not collapsing that shoulder. Drop your heel. Look through your armpits. Shift your weight back. Open the front of your body. Slowly drop that foot down to down dog. Shift your weight back. We're going to do that same thing again, but before we do it, let's go ahead and look forward and walk your feet back to your hands. Soften the knees, round to the back into your ragdoll stretch. Inhale, look halfway up. Beautiful job, you guys. If you have a hard time looking down a lot, please feel free, ragdoll, and just take your time. Inhale, reach up. Oh, and we get the pool guy too, so this will be fun. Inhale, open, big stance. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, take it forward, fold. How are you today?
Good.
Awesome. Inhale, halfway up. And drop it down. Let's walk those feet back to the plank. I'm not going to use my blocks today on this next one. Inhale, lift your hips up, but you are welcome to use them. Go ahead and shift your weight back. Open up. Inhale, lift your right leg halfway up. Look at your fingertips, swing that leg through. Awesome. Let's drop the back knee and lift. Maybe this time you want to lift up, right? Life goes on. Inhale, let's go to that lizard. Good. Notice this second time, you feel so much better. That water makes me just want to jump in. Slowly lift up. Walk that foot to center. Take it to your half splits. Inhale, bring it forward again. Lift that chin and chest up. Remember, we're squeezing the inner thighs. Back knee lifts up. Take that front leg, lift it up. Open the hips. Draw your heel to your sky. Shift your weight back. Inhale, drop that foot down to down dog. Exhale. Lift that other foot. Hip center. Draw that leg through. Good. Remember, if that foot gets stuck, please walk it forward. Drop that back knee. Lift that chest up. You can use your blocks if you like. Inhale, release. Take it to center. Walk that foot off to the side for your lizard. Feel free to sink down. Notice the difference on this second time, how you're able to let that knee sink a little further. All that resistance that you're holding in your hips is going away. Lift it up. Walk that foot back into center. Shift your weight back into your half splits. Remember, in that half splits, we want to draw that hip back. Inhale, shift forward. Curl the back toe, lift it up. Take that front leg, lift it up again. Open the hips, draw your heel back. Shift your weight back. Remember, if you need to at any time, taking a rest, drop that foot down. You're welcome to take it to child's pose. Inhale, look at your fingertips. Walk or float. Now, if you want to float, you bend, hop, and then forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, take it down, arms up to a nice stand. Take a breath, open up that heart to the sky. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. We do that one more time. So before we move, I want you just to kind of recheck in with your body. See how it feels. Take a deep breath. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, open that heart. Maybe now that micro bend is a little bit bigger. Inhale, exhale, forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, take it down. Both feet walk back to your plank. Hold your plank and then lift up to down dog. Last flow through, same exact thing. Right leg lifts up, hips square. Look at your fingertips, swing your leg through. Hold it here. Now maybe this time you want that back knee. You're feeling warm, you're feeling good. Let's go into our lizard. Walking that foot out. Let's drop it down. Lift that chin and chest forward. Draw your chest forward. Really get through those hips. Slowly come on up. Walk the foot in. Let's go ahead into our half splits. Inhale, shoot your hips forward. Exhale, curl the back foot. Lift that knee. Take that leg up. Feel free to open up the hips. Drop that heel. Shift your weight back. Maybe now you can draw that knee higher. Exhale. Take it to your down dog. Inhale, left leg lifts up, just center. Keep those hips square. Look at your fingertips, swing it through to low lunge. Feel free to drop the knee or keep it here. Feel that back leg right through the front of that back leg. Let's walk ourselves into our lizard. Feel free to drop down. Oh, take a rest here. This feels amazing. One of my favorite stretches. Keep going. Let's walk those feet back in. Shift your weight back to that half splits. Lift that chin and chest, really lengthen through the back of the leg. Exhale, shift it forward. Open up that heart. Curl the back foot, lift that back knee, take that front leg. Last time, open the hips. Now remember, we want to counterbalance, so we work the front and the back of the body. Shift that weight back. Watch that shoulder, don't let it collapse. And then drop that foot down to down dog. Shift your weight back. I want you to take one big, deep breath here. Really exhale. Take advantage. Look at your fingertips. Walk or float your feet. To float, bend your knees. Hop forward. You don't have to do that. Hold it down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, take it down. All right, let's take it up to a stand. Take a breath, open your heart. We're gonna do one balance here. Inhale, exhale, hands to heart center. Just take a second here. Maybe you notice that heart rate up, your body kind of warm. You do yoga with us? Hot pool guy? No?
A lot of pools to clean.
Lots of pools to clean. All right, so we're gonna do a little bit of a stretch here, or a little bit of a balance here. So, what we're gonna do today is basically just stretch to the front of those hips here. Might have to hold on to my little bush here for my bad leg. I'm gonna show you with the front leg. Nothing fancy, just take your right hand or left hand, and we're gonna grab the back of our ankle here. So you can either grab the ankle, you can grab right on the side or the inside of your foot. And all I'd like for you to do, and if you'd like to be in your balance, you're right here, draw your hip forward, lengthen from the hip flexor down the knee. So you should feel this in your knee. Now if you're at the ankle, try to flex that foot behind you. So you're drawing the heel. And this is all just about opening through the front of the hip, where we're generally really, really tight. If you'd like to raise that arm up, you can. That's all, we're not doing anything super fancy. Exhale, hand comes back to center. Now if you'd like, a little arrow pose. Arrow pose, we just extend the arm. Now you don't have to arch your back or anything, all right? And we're just kind of taking those fingertips as your arrow and bringing it forward. You're still keeping that heel towards your hip. Slowly come on up. Bring the knee in. You can hug it in if you'd like. Exhale, shake it out. Good, so a little quad stretch, a little arrow pose. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, release. We're gonna do the other side. I'm gonna go this way so I can hold on to my bush here on my bad leg. So I'm gonna bring that leg behind me. Keep your hips forward, draw your hips back. All right, now feel free to flex that foot. Now notice that stretch. Oh, falling over. I don't wanna fall in the pool. Notice the stretch to the front of that leg. Draw your chest up nice and tall. Now, for you guys, if you'd like, oh, yes. Staring at that drishti here. Longest I've balanced so far. Take it into your arrow. Oh, this is so exciting. Nice job. Take your time. You guys can go lower. I got my tree in the way. Inhale. Exhale. Drop it down. Oh, my success for the day, you guys. Oh, I hope you guys have successes every day. It could be small, it could be minor, something that really true to your heart. It could be little steps along the way. Let's take it to the front of your mat. Inhale, reach up. You guys are awesome. Exhale, take it down. We're all in this journey together. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, take it down. Walk those feet back to your plank. Hold your plank. Now this time, if you'd like to drop your knees, you can. And we're just gonna shift our weight forward and slowly lower down, flatten the toes. Roll those shoulders, opening your heart, lift only halfway up. It's just a half cobra. Now, if you'd like, you can come all the way up to your full cobra. Draw your shoulder blades. Only go as far as your body allows you to, but still squeeze your elbows. Exhale, slowly take it down. We're gonna shift our weight back into a close knee child's pose. Now remember, if it bothers your knees, you can keep your hips up. Take advantage of that stretch through your lower back. Take a breath. Now I want you just to shift your weight back and forth. Feel that stretch through your shins. Allow your head to rest and hold it center still. Let's gently walk those hands back. Now you can either rest your hands behind you or place them on your low back. You can even grab your hands or your wrists, or if you're real flexible, you can grab your elbows. So whatever feels good to you, allow your elbows to sink down, hugging your waist. So we're working on, keep going, just stay there. As we fold forward, we're actually kind of creating a little circulation through that digestive system and squeezing everything in through our organs. So it's actually a great way to get blood flow. Bye, pool guy, thank you. And then hold it here. Slowly release. Exhale, bring those hands under the shoulders. Lift yourself into tabletop and just go into a few comfortable cat-cows, just at your own pace. We're gonna do one more stretch here in that tabletop and then hold it center. You want those knees right under the hips. We're gonna take our right leg and extend it straight out. Take your left arm and extend it straight out. So use this as your balance. Draw your belly button in. Hold it here. And then drop your hand. Gently put that knee down, placing that leg down, taking your left leg straight out and your right arm to your ear. Squeeze that bicep to the ear, reach your fingertips forward, draw your heel behind you, belly button is in. So if you feel your back arching, tuck it in. Reach, reach, reach. Strengthening through that back and release. Now this time we're gonna go ahead and lift that leg. Now option, we're gonna actually lift that back heel and reach towards it. Now I'm gonna show you a trick because I have a harder time grabbing it, so I'm gonna go sideways here so you can see. So from here, you can reach back and grab it, and if you can't reach back it, so here I can't really get it right, but if I shift my weight back and bend my leg to grab it, I have a crazy fly. And then I can lift back up. Now it's important that you draw your shoulder blade up. Now if you want to stay here, you could be here. Okay, so if the balance is an issue, we're just opening up through the front of this leg here. Draw your shoulder blade, open up the chest. Option to balance, option to stay down. Slowly release it. Excellent. Shift your weight back into child's pose. Feel free to wiggle those hips. Inhale, take it back up. So we're gonna do the other side. Left leg lifts up, right arm comes up, and I'll show you the same way to get into it. If you wanna bend the knee and grab, you can. If you can reach it and grab it, you're welcome to do so. I have a harder time doing that, so I go ahead and bend that knee down and then grab. Now you can either stay here, but either way, take that shoulder and draw back to open your chest, and then the heel towards your hip. Now again, if you wanna come up and be here, you're welcome to be here. So feeling that stretch. Slowly release it down and take it to your wide-legged child's pose and shift it out. Good, take a slow, deep breath here. Inhale, let's take those hands back under the shoulders. Bring those knees back under your hips, round and roll your shoulders forward. Inhale, shake it out. Let's open those knees just a little bit. And then take one hand just underneath that shoulder a little bit more. Inhale, reach that arm to the sky. Feel that open up and twist through the hips. Big stretch. Exhale, we're gonna take that top arm and thread through the hole, resting your head on the earth. You can extend that arm out or just keep it here. And then maybe once you're there, you wanna draw that shoulder a little bit further through the hole. And you can use this hand, the flat one, to take your shoulder and push it away from your hand. Now only twist as comfortable as you feel. Feeling that twist through your spine. Coming out of it the same way you came into it. Inhale, reach that arm slowly up to the sky. And then take that hand neutral. Round the back. Let's neutralize that spine before we do the other side. Exhale, center it out. Walk that hand just a little bit closer in. Take that hand, reach it up. So we're on the other side. Reach your fingertips up. Push that hip slightly off. Maybe you can reach those fingertips a little higher. Exhale through, threading that needle, resting that head first, and then either arm straight in front or hand here. And then maybe once you're there, you can draw your shoulder a little further. Now let your shoulders relax. Use that palm to draw that chest a little bit further, really twisting through that lower spine. Only go as far as you feel comfortable. And as you exhale, sometimes you can get extra air out of that belly and get more space. Coming out of it the same way we came into it. Use that hand, gently reach up to the sky. Oh, beautiful. Relax that hand back into your tabletop. Walk those knees in if you need to. Round the shoulders into that cat, big cat. Exhale to your cow. Reach those chins forward. Take your shoulder blades drawn back. Really open that chest. Exhale, neutral spine. Shake anything out you need to shake out. And let's go ahead and take it on. Tortush, it's all kinds of excitement today. It's absolutely gorgeous here. I'm in Palm Springs and our Palm Desert. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a little bit of abs here, and I'm gonna go to my side so you guys can see a little bit better. But we're gonna go into a little butterfly here. And then we are gonna slowly lower down. Now, if you need to lower down first and then put yourself into butterfly, you can, but tilt that pelvis and slowly take it down. And before we work those abs, just keep those legs in that butterfly, arms at your side, palms up. So allow that energy, that positive energy to just suck into those hands. I can feel the heat from the concrete. It feels amazing. A little bit of vitamin D. And let's place those hands behind the head. Now you might notice that you have a little arch in your back. So take your feet, push them in, and tilt your pelvis forward so you have a more natural, neutral spine, hands behind the head. Take that chin away from your chest, looking straight up. We're doing 20 little crunches. 1, 2. Now really try to get those shoulder blades off the ground. Exhale as you lift. 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's lift a little bit higher. Reach. 8, 9. Keeping those elbows relaxed away from your ears. 10. 10 more. A little bit higher. 10, 9. Now yoga is about strength. So not just about our mental, but our physical. And really connecting everything together. We have 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and slowly lower. Hold it here, arms at your side, take a breath. Bring those knees together, take a breath. Let's hug the knees into the chest and feel free to just rock from side to side. We're gonna go back and do one more set in a second, but before we do that, 90-degree angles, arms at your side. Gently taking your knees over to one side, a little spinal twist, looking over your opposite shoulder. Now remember that opposite shoulder doesn't have to touch the ground. Take a moment here. Regroup. Feel that blood flow. Maybe your heart rate's up just a tiny bit as we created heat through our belly. Very slowly bringing those knees back to center, rock. And when you're ready, we'll just take those knees to the opposite direction, looking over your shoulder. Take this time. Just really let yourself sink into that mat. And then back to the center. So one more set of those little butterflies. So just dropping one foot at a time. Take your knees wide, bottoms of the feet touch. Same exact thing. So before we lift, we're gonna take those hips. And then before we do our crunches, hands behind the head, rock yourselves up so your shoulder blades aren't even touching the ground. Little lifts here, 20 at the time. 2, really get yourself all the way up, elbows relaxed, chin away from the chest. 3, exhale on your lift. 4, 5, 6, 7, exhale. 8, 9, let's get a little higher. 10 more. You're feeling that heat all the way through your core. 3, higher. 4, 5, just like you mean it. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Slowly lower. Excellent. Take those arms to your side, bring those knees in. Let's hug both knees into the chest again, please. Rock from side to side if you'd like. Now we're gonna go ahead and drop those feet down here. Take a breath. Bring those arms to your side. Last little exercise here before we finish off. Bring your hips a little closer to your heels. Lift your hips off the ground for a bridge. And I'm gonna give you 3 different bridges here. This is number 1. Keep your knees, your hips, and your feet in line. So if you feel yourself turned out, squeeze your inner thighs. Exhale, 1 vertebrae at a time. So take your time as you lower, feel that lower back, feel that tailbone, and then let everything fall. Take a breath. Inhale, option 2, lift those hips up. Exhale, maybe you walk your shoulders a little closer to your heels, grab behind your back. Roll your shoulders. So I want your weight on the outside of your arms. Lift those hips up. Now remember, you could be at option 1. Feel free to lift those hips up higher. Draw your chin away from your chest. Open up that neck. Belly button in, inner thigh squeeze, hold it. Isolate those glutes. Open your heart. We are also creating circulation through our heart here. Heart is above the head, creating circulation through our head. Then release the hands, roll the shoulders, slowly walk back 1 vertebrae at a time. Pay attention as that back slowly comes down till the lower back touches, till the tailbone touches. And then feel that energy as it releases out. Just take a moment here for a breath. We're doing 1 more. So option 3, you could go to option 1, option 2, option 3. We're gonna lift the hips up. Walk your shoulders in, grab your hands, roll your shoulders. Now from here, if you'd like to lift your heels up, squeeze your inner thighs together, open up. Now really imagine a string in your belly button lifting to the sky, squeezing everything up. Remember, your weight is on the outside of your arms. Your shoulder blades are squeezing together, creating circulation through that heart. Maybe lift a little higher for 3, 2. Coming out of this very, very slowly, no matter which option you're in. Release the hands. Roll the shoulders. Walk your shoulders back. Gently 1 vertebrae at a time. Maybe those heels drop. Take a drop last. Inhale, reach your arms up above your head. And I'm just going to turn here for a second so we can extend those legs to the edge of your mat. Reach, reach, reach. Inhale. Exhale everything like you mean it. Let's do that again. Inhale, and I want a loud, loud breath out. I want you guys to be as loud as you need to. Scream it. Gently release those arms back to your side. Shake everything out. Feel yourself sink into the mat for a second. We're going to do 1 last little stretch here, and we'll go into Savasana. Take that right leg and bring it into the chest. Right or left leg. We're going to do both sides. And just hold it here. Roll your ankle. Create some space in that ankle. Other way. Just hold it here. Nothing fancy. And I want you to take that thigh and kind of press it into your rib cage. Try to lengthen that other leg. If it bothers your knee, just bend the knee. Extend that leg out. Bringing the other knee in. And again, that thigh is resting on that rib cage. Roll the ankle. Your option, other way. Just a couple times to create some circulation. And shake it out. Extend that leg straight out. Arms above the head, one big stretch, and then we'll do both legs for a last one. Exhale, release, bringing one knee at a time. We're gonna hold it right here. Hug those knees. Now remember, those thighs are on your rib cage. And I want you to imagine really pressing in that rib cage. Feel that stretch through your lower back. And take those feet, we're doing happy baby. Feet face the sky, release those arms. And you can grab wherever you feel like you can reach without lifting your chest up. So I want your shoulder blades and your lower back pancaked into your mat or the ground, wherever you're at. And then go ahead, grab where you're comfortable. The knees are gonna come into your armpits. Open up through the hips. Last stretch to the hips. Have a beautiful fly. Feel free to kick those legs out, little karate kicks, one at a time, or maybe both, whatever your body is telling you to do. Hold it in your happy baby. Bringing those knees a little closer into the armpits. Take a breath. Bringing the knees into the chest. Let's extend those legs straight out. All the way out. Big stretch. Exhale, take those arms to your side. And if you'd like to stay here for a moment, just gonna talk you through a quick little Savasana. Please don't just leave. This is the time for your body to recover, your nervous system to relax. And as we go through our journey today and all days, and you feel that stress, bring yourself back to your breath. Bring yourself back to that place that makes you feel happy. Remember why you're here and what your purpose is. So you take your moment, you're allowed to have those feelings. But you take your moment and then you breathe through it and it'll pass too. So whatever is going on for you right now, I know there's a lot going on. It's okay to have those feelings, but take a breath. Realize there's another side. You will get there. Find your purpose. Inhale. Just let everything go. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Feel free to hug the knees in, rock them side to side. You're just gonna roll over onto one side. Doesn't really matter which side, using that bottom arm to rest your head. Feel that spine, it should be nice and straight. Feel your heart just kind of pressing down. Be grateful for your body and what it can do. Allow it to experiment, but don't push too hard. Go ahead and push your way up to a seated position and just sit however you're comfortable. And I'd like to thank you guys. I know started off a little crazy, but you know what? That's life. That's the way it goes. You take a deep breath, you let it go, right? It's not a big deal. So I really appreciate you joining me this morning. Please let me know how you're feeling, any questions, comments, anything more that you're looking for, because we're here for you. And to be honest with you, your support is tremendous. So I love you guys. So please continue taking care of yourselves and those around you. We'll get through this together. Whatever that may be, this might be 10 years from now. You have the same kinds of feelings and you'll go back and be like, remember that day? Light in me honors the light in you. I thank you for allowing me to guide you in this practice. Remember, we do have an online membership. We'd love to have you join with our exclusive classes. The badass in me honors the badass in you. Please remember that. You guys are all a tribe of badasses. Namaste.